Okay, this video is just to help you see how to provide feedback to students as a reminder and how to ensure that your students can view the feedback you're providing them for the Beyond Labs LTI worksheets. So just as a refresher for you, on any assignment, when you go LTI home and grade list or item analysis, where you can grade either by student, or if you do it by item analysis, you can grade by question. And as you grade these questions, you can provide feedback. So it's default in the grade by question view, where you can provide feedback to students. If you are in the student view, you have to click add feedback here, and you can type feedback to students. But how can we make sure that students see that feedback? Well, all settings in the LTI worksheets from Beyond Labs should be set to allow this to happen. And the only thing you need to do is set a due date. So if you are in any learning management system that is not Canvas, so if you're in Blackboard, Moodle, D2L, whatever it might be, you'll need to go to the settings tab here, and you'll need to simply there will be a section here for you to adjust the due date. Let me show you what that should look like real quick. Oh, oops. Let's go back here. So what that should look like is when we go to the settings. So just like you see here, the available after date is when the assignment is available. I would set this to always, unless you want to restrict students' availability for whatever reason, and then available until there's your due date. Keep this practice mode unchecked. Do not check that option. That will allow students to see the answers and potentially share them across the internet. So your due date here is the key. Now, if you're a Canvas user, let me go back and undo what I just did. So if you're a Canvas user, you have the option here, and it's defaulted when we give you these LTI worksheets, that Canvas will set the due date. So you don't have to worry about adjusting the due date. You just go into Canvas and set a due date. So you can see I've set some due dates here that are from the past. We're going to go to this Rydberg assignment because I know I've adjusted this, and I'm going to set this due on January 23rd. So the key here is that students cannot view the feedback you give them until after the due date. So if I were to click on this Rydberg equation, so you'll see as an instructor, it'll say this assessment was due this date at this time. You can reset the assessment if you want, or you can just preview the assessment. For students, let's switch to our student view here. So students can no longer click to do the assessment, but they can view their scored assessment. And simply they will see the question, their work, and not whether or not they got the information right or wrong. And then if you provide feedback, like I did here, I just gave a quick example of feedback here, that's where your students will see it. So again, students just click on the assignment, they can scroll through and see their work and see if you've provided feedback for them. They do not get notified about this feedback, so you will need to make sure that they are aware you've provided that feedback. So keep that in mind as you provide this feedback to your students. Now, the other thing I want to caution you, because your students will do this, if your students try to access the report so they can see their score in the grade section, so the student was scored 70 out of 90 points. If they try and click on the assignment from the grade section of Canvas, they will not see the assignment preview, and they cannot see comments or anything. This is exactly what they'll see. And they'll message you and say, hey, I can't see the feedback you gave me. You need to tell them to go to the Assignments tab in Canvas, go find the assignment wherever you have it organized. So I have it organized in undated and past assignments, show by date, maybe by type, whatever. So tell them to click on the assignment from the assignments tab. And once they click on the assignment, then they will be able to view their scored assessment and then view the feedback you've given them, if any. So that's how students can view the feedback. That's how you can provide feedback. The key is you need to set a due date. And once that due date has passed, students will see the feedback you've provided them. If you don't set a due date, your students cannot view the feedback you provide them in grading in the LMS, your learning management system. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at Beyond Labs, and I will see you in the next video.